Hi everyone, welcome to a Team Talk. I am Matt Prim from Fitness with Matt. I teach group exercise and I'm a personal trainer in Coventry in the United Kingdom. And today we are talking about how to get moving when you have no time. Okay? Time is our most valuable commodity. We want health, so we have more time to spend with the people we love and want to spend our time with. We want more time to do things that make us happy. And we want time so we can spend this energy and passion we have on the things and people we love. Now, the pandemic has disrupted all our lives. People are working longer, people are more stressed, and there's this kind of urgency to everything we do. And we're constantly being pushed by social media and our energy drained by so many things in our life. That makes it feel impossible for us to get moving, to get active, to exercise, okay? We all feel like we have no time. Now, my top tip before we get into my 4 actionable tips today is make it manageable. So, number 1, if you want to get moving and you have no time, you're going to have to shrink the goal. If right now in your week you don't have an hour, shrink it to a time you can manage to sustain. So, okay, I don't have an hour. Do I have half an hour? No. If I don't have half an hour, do I have 10 minutes? The likelihood is in your entire week you can find yourself just 10 minutes to start doing something. And if you can stick to whatever you want to do for that 10 minutes, whether it's 10 minutes of squats, 10 minutes of walking outside, 10 minutes of exercise bike if you have that equipment at home that's been sat there for ages, just set aside that 10 minutes for, say, twice a week or even once a week and stick to that for 2 weeks. Because once you stick to something and have done it for 2 weeks, you're going to be able to scale up. You're going to have that confidence. Simply by starting, you will give yourself the confidence to carry on, to scale up. Because once we get that ball rolling, we can keep going. It's always that getting started that's the hardest bit. Next, restructure. If you're going to want to start doing something, you're going to have to restructure your week. Restructure your priorities somewhat and restructure how you use your time. I'm sure we all spend quite a bit of time on our mobile phones, on social media like we are right now, and not all of it is useful or productive. Now, I'm not saying it's bad to be on social media for recreation, but is there somewhere in your week you could restructure or reprioritize your time to give yourself that 5 or 10 minutes just to get going? Okay? Just like when, say, you're going on holiday, you will restructure how you spend your money. You will reallocate your funds. Think of your time in the same way. We only have a finite amount of time. Okay, so it's how we invest that time. Third point, have a clear focus. Your motivation, your enthusiasm is just like the weather. It is changeable from minute to minute, from hour to hour, from day to day. But if you have a clear vision of what you're wanting to achieve and your why, so you have that time and energy to invest in the people you love and support the people you love, then it's definitely going to be more motivating. If whatever you're measuring your achievement by is not reliable, if it's changeable, that's also going to be not going to be a good way to motivate yourself. So people who rely solely on their weight, weighing themselves to monitor whether what they're doing is successful, it fluctuates so much day to day, minute to minute, just like the weather. So maybe it's worth tracking how you're sleeping, how your mood is changing if you're being active. Maybe it's about measuring how easy you find the activity. You know, people come to my Zumba classes, they really struggle sometimes for the first few weeks, but then you see that change in them that they're like, oh, I'm starting to get these steps. You know, it's going to take time to get to that place where you feel a bit more comfortable and confident with something, but measuring by something like this and journaling how you're feeling and that journey, that is far more reliable than what the scales are saying. You know, if you're coming to my Zumba class but the scales aren't shifting, but you're sleeping better, your mood is better, it's stress release, it makes you happy, it helps you to escape the stresses of life, surely that is a greater measurement than what the scales are reflecting, because you're moving more, which is going to be helping your health as well as your mental health. My final point is just start. Look for the opportunities, not the obstacles within your week. Aim for better than. So try this week, this day, to be better than yesterday, to be better than last week. There is no perfect time. There are no perfect conditions. Stop putting off today. Stop putting off until tomorrow what you can start today, because it's about getting going, just getting started. Okay, so right now, let's look at our week, let's look at our day, let's set a time for ourselves, some time aside, and let's get moving. Remember, we're aiming for better than, and we're shrinking the goal so it is manageable and sustainable. I hope these small little tips help you today to feel able to go out into the world and make that little bit of time to invest in your physical and mental health, okay, and feel better about you. Let me know if this makes sense and has resonated with you in the comments below. You can always find me on YouTube, you can find me on Facebook, Fitness with Matt, and you can find me on Instagram, Fitness with Matt1, and also on my website, fitnesswithmatt.co.uk. You can send me a message if you are really struggling and don't know how to get that ball rolling. Hit me up. I will do my best to help and support you, because that's what I do. That's what I love doing, motivating and encouraging people to get started. I know what it's like. It's tough. So have a brilliant day. I hope this has helped. If you can't be good, be careful. Goodbye, everyone. See you.